morning everybody. Today is day 1 of Tome Infinity and Beyond readathon. So I figured this time for the next 2 weeks I'll do an actual reading vlog. I don't think I've actually done an actual reading vlog. The last 2 times I did a reading vlogs, one ended up being more of like explore New York City, and the other one was just me running errands. Though I did update you guys on my reading statuses, so I guess that kind of counted. But this will be the first time that I'll be doing a reading vlog for more than just a day. To start off the bat, I'm actually going on a terrible start right now because I am supposed to be picking up this book, which is The Lost Queen by Sidney Pike. I am not picking that up right now. I have to read these 2 books that I am in the middle of right now. I don't know about you guys, but when I am in the middle of books, I don't like to stop and then pick up a different book and then come back to it to finish it. I just find that very irritating because I kind of lose track of the momentum that I had, and I don't remember what happened to the plot and the characters, or I do, but it's not as vivid as it is to me if I'm reading it like right off the bat. So I'm in the middle of these 2 books right now, so I want to finish these 2 books first before actually diving into any of the books, the new books that I'm supposed to read for my readathon. I'm currently reading Sadie by Courtney Summers. This one's actually for a blog tour for Monday, so I'm pretty excited for it. By the time this video goes up, this blog tour will have been finished, so I will link that blog tour down below for you guys to check out for my review and stuff. But I am about halfway done, so I can definitely finish this book today, so that's not too bad. And then the second book that I'm reading right now is A Heart in the Body in the World by Deb Coletti, and this one, I don't know, like, it's good. I'm also about halfway done right now, or like just under halfway, but it's good. It's very interesting, but it's definitely more slow paced compared to Sadie. But yeah, that's my progress right now in terms of books I'm currently reading. And hopefully once I finish this one today, or end of today, I can pick up this lovely gigantic book to start off the actual readathon. So I just got back home from work, and actually I did a really good job today in terms of my reading at work. I managed to finish this entire book during lunch. I decided to spend my lunch hour at the library. I don't usually go to the library, but today I was like, well, I have a readathon and I should probably get on with reading all these books ASAP. So I went to the library for an hour basically and just busted out this book. So pretty impressed with myself for that. And then because I busted out that entire book during my lunch hour, I didn't finish this book yet, but I'm now like 2/3 of the way in for my commute and stuff, so definitely better than before. So I'm pretty sure I can finish this book today. I just have to really, you know, sit down and read for another hour or 2 to finish this book, but I can definitely finish this book today. I was such a fail last night in terms of my reading. I still have like this much to go because I just got distracted. I ended up like on the phone for some time, so that was such a fail for that. So I haven't even picked up this book yet. I was hoping to pick this up, like at least start this book today or like this morning, but clearly that's not gonna happen since still working on this one. So it's been quite some time since I last updated you guys. It's still Saturday though, and I have officially started this book. I finished the other book sometime earlier today, and I'm currently on page 4. So it's like I got really far with this book. So far it's been interesting. I haven't really read enough for me to really be like, yes, this is a really good book. But I am going off to dinner soon, so I think I'll bring you guys along for some food shots. And yeah, I think that's it. And then I'll come home and probably try to read a bit more. But in terms of the other 2 books that I read, I will talk about it more in my other I'm going to do a books I read in September video, and I'll talk about those 2 because those are both arcs that I received. So I won't talk about more of those books in depth, but just a short quick summary, I guess. Sadie, I liked it. The aspect is good. I understand why it's really hyped up right now because that aspect is done really well. Don't really like the ending though. And then in terms of the other one, A Heart in a Body in the World by Deb Coletti, I like that one too. That one's a lot more emotional, which I really enjoyed. I like the characters in that book, and I really like that there's like a plot twist at the end, or at least for me, I thought there was a plot twist because I thought the book was going to go a certain way and then it didn't. It ended up being something completely different. So either way, I really enjoyed both of them in their very own separate ways. Both of their books were kind of touch upon like very serious topics. So yesterday I felt like I was kind of bummed down because both the books I was reading was like such heavy, deep topics. But regardless though, they're both really good. So anyways, heading off to dinner now. Alright, so I just got back from dinner. I figured I should probably update you guys. I'm officially on this audiobook now, which is Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling. This is actually on my TBR for this readathon, so I'm actually kind of on track right now. I have managed to dive into one book and then the audiobook version of second book. So 2 out of 4 books I have managed to pick up now, which is the second day, which I think is not bad. Pretty much on track, I think. So I'm really aiming to finish this by Monday at the latest, hopefully tomorrow, but I think it'll be the most realistic, to be honest. But in terms of everything else though, like my audiobook, I think I will be able to finish that pretty quickly. It's only like what, 4 hours or something, so should be pretty fast. Hey guys, so right now it's already Sunday evening. I did not update you guys much for today because it's been a pretty slow day. Don't remember actually if I mentioned that my sister decided to come for this one day, so I met up with her relatively early in the morning to grab brunch and then ice cream, of course, even though it is pouring in New York City. But yeah, so I thought I should update you guys on my reading right now. I'm currently on page 98 for The Lost Queen, so I'm doing okay, I guess. I kind of want to bust out another 100 pages or so before I go to bed tonight, so hopefully I get that done. It's pretty slow, to be honest. I think it's still developing a lot of the world building right now, so it's not that interesting. I think it's like a lot of names are coming into place and a lot of the plot is starting to come together, but I think right now the author has really focused on the actual world building aspect of it, so that's why the book itself is not going really fast, and why I feel like when I'm reading I'm like plodding along as opposed to just like flipping through the pages so quickly as I normally would. So that's that for this book. In terms of my audiobook, I'm already on the part 2 of 4, and I have only 20 minutes left of this audiobook until second, so I'm almost halfway done basically. So I'm doing pretty good for this and I'm okay for this. So that's currently my update right now in terms of my reading for the readathon. But I will insert some food shots here for my brunch and my ice cream. The ice cream that we got, really good by the way, so inserting right now. Hey guys, so it is now another day. I'm actually doing a really good job so far for The Lost Queen. I'm currently on page 354, so I'm actually doing really well, as you can tell from over here that I'm actually about 2/3 of the way done right now, so that's pretty good considering the fact that the first day or two I literally just read like 8 pages. So I'm actually on track to finish this most likely by tomorrow. I was hoping to finish it today, but unfortunately I don't think it's going to happen. And now I'm actually at the point now where, I mean, the last like 100 or 200 pages has been really interesting so far. It's not, I wouldn't say it's filled with a lot of action. It's more of like more lyrical, I think, in its prose. So it's really good right now. It's definitely not like super action oriented, which is kind of what I was expecting, I guess. And there's also a lot of romance, which I like. I really like the romance aspect to it. So that's where I am currently at for this book. Also, I'm a little worried that I might not be able to get the other book that I want to read for this readathon, Unwind by Neil Shusterman, because I tried to get it a few weeks ago. I was thinking about getting it a few weeks ago, but then because it would like expire, like the hold would expire, and I didn't want to be halfway through and not be able to finish it, so I decided to wait until the readathon actually started to actually get a copy of it as an ebook. But unfortunately, someone else got it, so I'm still waiting on hold now. So I'm waiting on hold for the library and for the ebook, so hopefully one of them will arrive before this readathon ends, because that would totally be really annoying. But anyways, in terms of the ebook, I mean the audiobook, Mindy Kaling, Why Not Me, I'm currently at part 4. I only have 20 minutes left, so I'm actually on really good track of this. So I would definitely finish this, not today, but most likely by like tomorrow morning or something like that. At least that's what I am anticipating. So far pretty good track, I think. Hey guys, so just doing another quick update. It is now Tuesday and I have officially finished 2 of the 4 books that I'm trying to read for this readathon. I just finished reading The Lost Queen on my way back from work today, and oh my god, this is so good. It literally leaves you hanging at the end. Like, I am like so mad because I just want to get to the second book already because it has gotten so good. Like, it literally leaves you at the biggest cliffhanger in the world, minus the one from Ignite the Stars. But this one is just, everything about it is so good. I definitely recommend it for those who love fantasy, who love magic, who really likes Outlander, for example, or like Camelot inspired-esque kind of books. This one is so good for that. I love it. The beginning was a little bit slow, admittedly. I think it didn't really get interesting until maybe about 100 or so pages in, something like that. But once that happened though, like, everything just flew by. I think I read the majority of the book yesterday and I just finished it. So I am so excited for this is the first book, by the way. I don't know if I've made that clear. This is the first book in a trilogy, so I am so excited now for the second book, which kind of sucks because this literally just came out. So a little sad about that. But also I finished the other one, which is Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling. This was the audiobook. I finished it this morning on my way to work and I liked it. It actually makes me feel like I like her a little bit more because her humor is more like sarcastic humor as opposed to very crude humor or like sex related humor like a lot of other comedians. So that's why I actually really like this book, Why Not Me, a lot, because it's actually really good, and it kind of talks about, oh, my hair, it kind of goes into detail about her life as, you know, she's an adult and what what the challenges that she faced, you know, while she was growing her career and how much work she had to put into it, etc. And she always threw in some like little jokes there, or like little, like, I don't know, sentences there that kind of made you like LOL. At least for me, I laughed out loud a lot. So I actually thoroughly enjoyed this book as well. And now I am on to my third book, which is Kill the Farm Boy by Delilah S. Dawson and Kevin Hearn. I'm pretty excited for it. I'll see how it goes, to be honest. And as opposed to my fourth book, which is Unwind, I'm still waiting for it from the library, as well as my online hold, which I don't know if it's going to come out. Like, all my libraries say they have it as an audiobook, an e-audiobook on Overdrive, but then they say it's unavailable, so it's not even an option for me to hold it, which kind of sucks. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that book, to be honest. Maybe I'll try to find something else. But yeah, so far I'm doing pretty good. I finished 2 out of the 4 books, which is I'm basically 50% done, and it's only Tuesday, so doing pretty good so far. Hey guys, so I am having the hardest time right now reading Kill the Farm Boy. I'm currently on page 42 and it has been a struggle bus right now. I don't know what's going on. It's not like it's bad, it's just really slow, and a lot of the humor in there is kind of like really silly humor, and they're more like ha but not really ha, you know what I mean? So I'm not the biggest fan of the humor in it. Also, I read somewhere that it's supposed to be like a satire like book, so I don't know. I'm struggling so hard with this book right now. I'm currently at, I guess I'm already at page 42, but I still have quite a ways to go, as you can see from here, and I'm not really interested in the character, right? In the main character. Basically, so far he's literally shown up once, and that was the introduction area, and since then I think there was a Dark Lord that showed up, the Giantess finally showed up, and no, the second time the main guy showed up, something happened to him. So like something terrible happened to him. So I don't know, I'm just very confused right now, but at the same time I'm also in the beginning, so I'm sure right now they're just doing a bunch of introductions for all the characters, and then hopefully once that is done the story will pick up. But right now I'm having the hardest time. It's just not that interesting to me, and I'm going to struggle through it, but I think I'm going to try to read up to like 100 pages or so. I usually try to read at least 100 pages for me to decide if I really want to continue or not, because if this book is not interesting to me, I'm not going to waste my time anymore, even though this is probably a readathon. But I'd rather just continue on with other books that I have to read, because I have quite a number of books I want to read for read-alongs and other buddy reading for this month. So I'm having a really hard time right now, guys. Hey guys, so today is now Thursday night. Just got back from work. So I'm currently still reading Kill the Farm Boy, and I am at page 131. So I'm technically better at it now, but the thing is, I think I'm gonna DNF it because it's been like what, 2-3 days or something already, and I'm just not feeling this at all, to the point that I just not really into it, and I just don't want to spend that much time or any more time necessary than needed to finish this book. And I usually don't like to, you know, DNF a book that I pick for my readathon, but I think I'm gonna make an exception this time because this book is just not the book for me right now. Like, I'm just not in the mood for it. I'm not loving the characters. The plot is very silly. I mean, there's this huge plot twist that just happened, and I'm kind of like, wait, what? It just became like very ridiculous to me all of a sudden. So I think I'm gonna DNF it and pick up a different book. I haven't decided which book yet, but it's probably gonna be another book from my September TBR that I need to read. And I still need to read Unwind, which is like the 4th book that I picked for this readathon, but as I've mentioned this already, I still have not gotten it. So I'm still waiting for the book to arrive, either from a library or on my phone via ebook or something. So I'm still waiting for that to arrive. Once that arrives though, I hope to finish that as soon as possible. Hopefully that comes sometime soon though. But in terms of reading, that's basically it. I think I'm going to DNF this book. I've decided I'm going to DNF this book, pick up a different book for my September TBR. And right now I need to mostly focus on my video for the Sunday that I filmed a while ago but haven't had the chance to edit yet. So I just realized this morning that it's Thursday already. I don't know how time flew by, and I really need to get around to editing it because it's actually a more of a different video than normal. So I mean, by the time this video comes out, you guys would have seen it already, so I will link it above in case you want to check that out. But I'm pretty excited for it. It's different than my usual content. So anyways, that's all the update right now for Thursday. Probably won't update you guys until tomorrow again because I'll probably just be doing this editing thing all night because that's just how it is. So yep. Hey, so I'm updating you guys right now since I just finished this book, The Rule of One by Ashley and Leslie Saunders. I meant to update you guys yesterday, but honestly I forgot. I don't know what happened, but I just finished it, and I started this after I made the decision on Thursday night to basically DNF To Kill the Farm Boy, which was such, I don't know, that book was just not great. And honestly, that gave me the biggest reading slump because after that I picked up this book. I think I read only like maybe a chapter or two before I was like, nope, I can't read any more of this, and decided to spend the night instead watching my Korean drama, which is School 2017, which I just started. I am loving it so far. I'm currently on episode 8. I believe there's 16 episodes, so I'm about halfway through, and this drama is so good, you guys. So this is part of a series, and I believe there's 2013, and I know there's 2015, and then there's 2017, and the 2015 was really good. 2015 was really good. 2017 is good, but not in terms of the plot, because the plot for 2015 was so good. It's very interesting. This one though, the reason why I'm so invested right now is because I absolutely love the romantic chemistry between the two main characters. That is like, they're so adorable together. I'm just like gushiness all over. So I'm really invested in this drama because of the first two characters, like the first two main characters. I cannot speak right now. But anyways, then yesterday I basically read a good chunk of this book, got out of my reading slump, and I just finished it today. It's already, I don't know, it's like 11 a.m. right now on Saturday. So I'm actually heading out soon for a bunch of food adventures today. I have like 3 food adventures that I'm really psyched for, that I will take you guys on for some food shots as always. And yeah, this book is really, really good so far. So basically, I've mentioned this already in 2 of my videos, but the basic premise is that it's about like the one-child policy, and it follows a set of twins who basically have to disguise themselves as just one kid because, you know, they're basically illegal. So it's like I already said in a previous video, it's very similar to the premise of What Happened to Monday, that movie, where instead of a set of twins, it's a set of like 7 twins, 7 septets. I don't know what it's called. Basically, it's like the same premise is very similar, where those 7 kids have to pretend to be just one person because they're technically illegal as well, but there's 7 of them, whereas this book there's only 2 of them. So that's the general gist of the book and the movie, and which is why I thought it was very, very similar. But actually, now that I'm reading it, now that I'm done with it, it's actually really different, because the movie mostly focused on, I mean, the title of the movie literally is What Happened to Monday, so it's mostly like a mystery slash like trying to figure out what had happened to Monday, whereas this book, The Rule of One, is more about survival and rebellion. So even though the premise, like the general premise, it was very, very similar, or like the premise of the book prior to reading it, like the summary of it was very similar, but now that I finished it, it's actually really, really different, because this book is actually really good. This is definitely part of a series, because the ending definitely left it at a cliffhanger, and I think I saw there's like book number 2 coming out sometime next year, so I'm pretty excited for it, because this book is actually really good. I really liked it, even though it's not, I wouldn't say it's a book that's like so like, you know, like a lot of action going on, or it's just very engrossing. I wouldn't say that's the case. I think it's just more like it's a very subtle thing where you're just kind of quietly thinking to yourself, what's going to happen, what are they going to do, are they going to survive, you know, what's going to happen to their dad, what's going to happen for the both of them, etc., etc. So that kept me engaged in the book and very interested in seeing what was going to happen. Plus, I think I was more invested in it too, because I wanted to see how different it was compared to the movie. And now that it's done, I think I'm very intrigued. I really want to pick up the second book. Also, it's a very quick read too. I mean, it's less than 300 pages, so I finished this basically in a day or so. That's basically what I'm doing right now in terms of my reading. I currently, if you guys can't tell, I basically gave up on the readathon. Not like I gave up, to be honest, it's just more like I'm still waiting for the 4th book to arrive, Unwind, so my readathon is at a standstill because I am waiting for that book to arrive. So I'm picking up some other books right now. After this book, I think I'm gonna pick up, I haven't decided which book I'm gonna pick up yet, but I might pick up the one that I'm buddy reading, because she already finished reading it, so I feel kind of bad that I have to like read it really quickly, and it's like 500 pages. So I think I'll pick that up for today, and hopefully I'll be done by like Monday or Tuesday, so I can talk to her about it and do a review together for it, which I'm pretty excited for. So that's all I'm going to do in terms of my reading. I guess I will take you guys on with my food adventures for the rest of the day, because I'm going to grab lunch with my friend, and then I'm going to try this alcoholic ice cream, which I'm very excited for, and then later tonight I'm going to try this Korean barbecue in Brooklyn. Hey guys, so doing another quick update before I kind of forget again, but today was kind of a really chill day. I didn't really do much reading, to be honest, because I basically just spent the past like 6 hours at the movies. Well, like 6 hours or so, including like trailers, and then we went to grab lunch, stuff like that. So because my friend and I, we both have AMC A-list, so we try to do a double feature one day on the weekend, like every week if possible. So today we went to see Searching, which is amazing. Like, that was such a good movie. If you guys haven't watched it yet, definitely recommend that movie. Also went to see Predator, which was okay. I've only watched one of the previous Predator movies before, so I think there were a lot of like references or something that might have been like from previous movies, which I didn't get because I didn't watch all of them. I don't even know how many there are, to be honest. But yeah, that was okay too. I heard that it was not that great, but I mean, I went in with like very like mediocre expectations, to be honest, because I didn't know what to expect. So I was fine with it. Like, I was overall okay with it. So I guess it depends. If you're like a huge Predator fan, maybe like not, but if you're like me and you're just like, oh, I want some good action with aliens and stuff like that, then I think it's fine. But anyways, back to my reading. I'm still reading The Air You Breathe, and I am now on page 98. Oh no, sorry, 96. So I haven't really done that great of a job in terms of reading. The book so far is good. It's just very dense, I think, and that's why I think it's taken me quite some time to actually get through it. Plus, it's a bit slow right now. I think right now it's a lot of background information in terms of how Dora and Grosses like have met in their childhood, and you know, they basically met when they were like 9 years old, I think, and now they're at 14. So that's basically like the first 100 pages. Just goes through like their relationship together, you know, the dynamic between this, you know, this kitchen girl, I guess, and this really rich, wealthy, you know, Little Miss is what they called her. So I don't know, it's good so far. It's slow, like right now is what I'll say, but it's really interesting though. I think it would be better if I devote at least a good like half hour to an hour just reading it, and then I'll really fall in love with it. Because right now I've been reading it like here and there, especially when I'm commuting like to the theater, or you know, when I'm just going somewhere running errands and stuff like that. I'll read like a few pages here and there. So maybe that's why I'm kind of like just trudging along very slowly with this book. But I think if I actually devote some time to it, this book can be really, really good. So I mean, so far it's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but it is slow and it's very dense, I think. So, and there's a lot of world building involved with the world of Brazil, and like not just the dynamic between Grosses and Doris, but like the dynamics with everyone else, like the wealthy and the poor and like stuff like that. So anyway, that is all I have to say for this book. All right guys, so I just finished filming and I'm so tired, but I thought I should update you guys. Right now it's Monday and I'm not doing so great right now. So good news is Unwind, which is the fourth and final book that I'm supposed to read for the readathon, which is the whole purpose of this reading vlog, by the way, just arrived. I had to go pick it up. I don't know when I'm gonna go pick it up though, to be honest. Maybe tomorrow or Wednesday, in which case I'm gonna have to finish it sometime in like 2 days basically, because the readathon ends on Friday. But anyways, I'll update you guys on my book that I'm reading, The Air You Breathe, and I am currently on page 105 because I don't know, like, this book is good. It's not like I'm in a reading slump or anything like that, but I'm just not really in, maybe that is a reading slump. I'm just not in the mood right now to read this book because I started to play the Sudoku on my phone when I'm commuting. So anyways, I haven't been reading this book, and I was going to try to read during lunch, but I kind of forgot that I had a annual physical, so I had to go to the doctor's and get my blood test. So I ended up not reading this book at all today. Like, even when I came back home, I was just like not in the mood for it. So I'm gonna try to read for a little bit tonight before I go to bed, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, the book is good. It's just, I don't know, I'm just not really in the mood for that. And I'm watching my K-drama and that's so much better. So when I get like when I get really obsessed with a certain thing like I am right now with the K-drama, I'm just like not in the mood to read. And usually it's fine because I can read during the commute and stuff, but because I started getting distracted with Sudoku and then I didn't read during lunch, it's not good, guys. So I'm gonna try to finish this by Wednesday. That way I'll pick up the book Unwind on Wednesday and I can finish that on Friday, by Friday. So that is the plan, and that's all I have to say for my update for today, which is not the greatest update, but anyways, moving on. Hey guys, so I just want to give you guys a quick update. I'm actually updating you guys in the morning right now. Right now it's Thursday morning, and I'm updating you guys now because I will not update you guys later tonight because I am going to my first baseball game tonight, and by the time that ends, I don't even know what time it'll be, and I probably would just not be really interested in filming and updating you guys. So I'm updating you guys right now. I'm actually doing a really good job with this book right now. I am already on page 343 and I'm almost done. I think I have about 100 pages left to go. Maybe I can see the bookmark and stuff. I don't like the whole timeline aspect of it, to be honest, because it keeps jumping back and forth. It seems like it's very linear, you know, it talks about like when they're kids and then as they grow older, etc, etc. But I just don't like the really weird like intersperses of these back in the day. I mean, the future side, which is when they're like all old now and everything. And I don't know, it just, sometimes it's like kind of off to me in terms of like where it's located. Sometimes it makes sense because it's a separate chapter, but it's just, I don't know, like that timeline, like the present timeline just seems kind of weird, and I don't know, it doesn't really flow as seamlessly, I guess, with the rest of the book. So that's the part that I'm kind of like I'm not so sure about. But as for the rest though, I'm actually really interested in it. I also like the fact that I'm learning so much in terms of music and like Brazilian music specifically, because I honestly don't know anything about that type of music at all, but there's so much like samba notations in here. Like that's what they sing, really. This is called samba, and I'm learning a lot from that, and I kind of want to go check out what a real samba sounds like. Like I'll probably look it up on Spotify or something like that. but I'm just really curious to see like what kind of songs really are these girls singing. So anyways, I'm actually enjoying this book a lot. I also would not say that this is actually a real, like, I mean, it's all about true female friendship, but one of them is kind of in love with her, so I kind of suspected that, but I wasn't really sure if that was the case. And also I got Unwind, which is somewhere in my bags over there. I don't really feel like grabbing it right now, but I am hoping to finish this book sometime by today, preferably on my way to work. That way I can actually pick up that book during lunch and stuff like that, and maybe I'll actually finish it before the readathon ends, which is tomorrow. So we shall see how that goes. So I just want to give you guys a quick update. So honestly, I am the worst in updating you guys because I have not been doing much reading. I meant to update you guys this morning, Friday morning, but honestly I got home super late from the baseball game last night. Basically I got home at like midnight or something, and I'm the type of person who needs like at least 8 hours of sleep. So I was so exhausted, and I didn't really have time this morning to update you guys because I wanted to update you guys in terms of what I was doing today, but that didn't happen. So anyways, quick update in terms of the baseball game. Red Sox won, so woohoo. I was a Red Sox fan, by the way. I lived in Boston for like 6 years, so I was mostly into Red Sox than I am for Yankees, so I was glad that the Red Sox won. But anyways, today I mostly just I managed to pick up this book finally, Unwind, thank God, finally. And honestly, it's good. I'm only like 35 pages in, so I'm really not that in at all, to be honest. But right now it is already like 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. Yeah, it's already 10 p.m. so I will try to read for a little bit more tonight before the readathon actually officially ends, and I'll probably give you guys a more like full update in terms of my reading tomorrow morning, because I really don't know how much reading I get done. I kind of want to just watch my K-drama but honestly it's just like I've been doing that all like the past 2 weeks, as you guys can totally tell, so I don't know how great that's going to be. But yeah, I'm going to try to read a little bit more of that. So far it's pretty good. Like I said, I kind of already suspected it the other day, where I was like, I'll be lucky if I manage to pick up this book, and I did. I'm on like page 35. So far it is interesting. I would be more interested in reading it more. It's just that it's already like 10 p.m. and I'm exhausted, and I don't know if I really want to like read for another hour or so, or like 2 even. I really just want to like watch something, so I might try to watch a video or like my K-drama, like an episode or something, and then try to pick up the book more. So I'll probably end up reading late into the night. Regardless, I will give you guys an update tomorrow morning just to show you guys if I have like where I actually ended, because I technically still have about 2 hours left of this readathon to get some more reading done, so we shall see. But today it was pretty fun. I went out to get Korean barbecue, which I love Korean barbecue. I will insert some footage here for you guys so you guys can see what Korean barbecue is like if you guys don't know what it is, what it looked like, etc. It was delicious. My friend thought it was delicious, even though I was kind of like half the time when he was eating it, because he was eating it wrong. So yeah, other than that, I will update you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, thought I'd give you guys a really quick update like I said I would yesterday night. So today is already Saturday morning, and I'm doing a quick update because I'm actually heading out to grab lunch and bubble tea with a friend. But anyways, I thought I'd update you guys with my Unwind status. I'm currently on page 172, so I've actually gotten about halfway through, which is not too bad. Honestly, I did not read any last night. This is all this morning that I read. So I was from page like 30 something, and now I'm on page 172, so I read a good amount. I'm currently about halfway for the book, so that's not too bad at all. I think honestly this book is actually really interesting. I can see why a lot of people, or like why this book was really famous back in the day, because this book came out like for years now. It talks about a lot of important things, like, you know, what does it mean to be like once you're unwound like where do you go? Like, are you technically dead? Are you alive? Like, you're not technically dead because all your parts are away, but like, do you go to heaven after that? Like, what's the deal? What's the difference between you dying and you being unwound? And like in terms of like where you go after that. So I don't know, a lot of interesting things are raised. What it means to be like a family, like the importance of life, I guess, is a really crucial part of this book, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Once I started this morning, I feel like I would read for like an hour and a half straight, because it was actually really interesting to see, you know, all the struggles that they're going through, the people who are helping these unwound kids, etc. So I'm really enjoying this book. I don't think I'll finish it. I mean, I'll probably finish it today, like later today, but unfortunately the end of the readathon was yesterday, so clearly in this case I did not finish or accomplish my readathon goals. I did really well for the first few days. I like finished the 2 books really quickly, and then I basically DNF'd the Kill a Farm Boy book, which honestly was not great, guys, really not great. And then it took me forever to get a copy of this book, so that's probably why. But also, I don't know, my past 2 weeks have not been great in terms of my reading, to be honest, because usually I can read a book so much faster, but I just got really distracted with this Korean drama that I'm watching, and last night, like when I was supposed to read or read a little bit more, that didn't happen because I ended up watching this movie, like nothing to do with my K-drama, by the way. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the movie Shaolin Soccer. It's like a Cantonese Hong Kong movie, and it's like this funny, cheesy comedy. I don't know, it's like one of my favorite movies of all time, and somehow last night I got into it again, and I just spent like 2 hours straight just watching it. So by the time I finished, it was already like, I don't know, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, so I didn't get around to reading this book at all. But yeah, anyways, this video that was fun. I don't know when I'll do another reading vlog again. I think next time I do one, I'm going to do one that's focused on the series. Like, I want to read the Darker Shade of Magic series, which is like in that one of the books up there, to be honest. I think I might do a reading vlog when I read that trilogy, just so, like, you know, I guess you guys can see my thoughts about it throughout the entire series and see what I thought about it, as opposed to doing like a week-long reading vlog. So anyway, that's all to say really for this reading vlog. Let me know in the comments below if you, first of all, if you like these type of videos that I produce, or like film, I guess, and 2, if you have read any of the books that I read during the past 2 weeks. If you like them or not, let me know in the comments down below. But that's all to say for this video. Again, if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you. Bye.